confident and bold. She ready, never gonna back down. She ready, ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready, ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
And hello, my love muffins. It's Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and happy Saturday. Happy winter solstice. I hope I said that right. Also, guys, oh my God, today is such an important day because, yes, it is the beginning. Even though it probably doesn't feel like it, there's a major shift that's happening or has happened in your life, okay? But also today is the closing day of the 12, I want to say the 12/12 portal. It closes today, which is 12/21, okay? And the energy, why? Your girl is just so excited and so happy because there was in that 12/12 portal, which was absolutely divine, absolutely beautiful. It truly was, but there was a part of it that didn't feel like that. Okay, which I am going to definitely address, okay, because I feel that it's necessary to address this major shift that you have conquered, that you have overcame, that you have risen from. So I want to talk about an energy that has just left. And I feel like this beautiful soul really like nailed it. Okay. So I want to read what she said. And her actually her YouTube is Activation Vibration. I absolutely love her. And I want to read what she said because it really puts it in perspective, okay? Of what you have experienced, what we all have experienced. And in this 12/12 portal, so this beautiful soul goes to say the phase of exposure. It begins 12/12 and closes on 12/21, okay? It says the purging of the last decade, cleansing to become new so that we can rebirth into clarity as we transcend into a new crystalline energy. This may have actually appeared in your life in a similar way to that which it did for you 10 years ago or even earlier. Meaning in these last couple of days, okay, or this week, certain situations came up, from the past. You were reminded of certain situations from the past. It could have shown up in your career. It could have shown up in your home life. It could have shown up in your friendships and your families, dynamics, in your love relationships, within yourself. Okay. And they probably came in the forms of triggers, one of the things that, Tori was reflected on, and it was crazy because, and I actually I matched the times, and it was literally that, guys. I was reminded of a situation of I want to say a beautiful soul that I admire, and it's nothing wrong. However, sometimes we're trying to bring relationships, okay, or people into our life that are used to us, 10 years ago, and they're still looking at us like we're 10, like we're still in that mind frame. However, we have grown, we have expanded. We're not those same people. However, you ever been around that person that just keeps you in that energy, keeps you in that light? Like, bro, I've totally grown, It's just when you get around them, it's like they're like stuck in this time zone. They're looking at you in the old way. So I kind of had an experience like that, and just tell you that can mind you. Just think about it. Tori 10 years ago. Okay. Like, didn't even know what a spiritual journey was like in words defined, no self-love, no self-acceptance, none of these things above. I literally had to close out a relationship that was dear to my heart. It's just that I have grown and I have expanded. They still see me as that teenage girl that made those teenage mistakes. I'm still looked upon in that light, and I am a grown ass woman now. Okay. However, anytime I'm around, this person, guys, and I just even realized that I kind of like, not dumb myself down, but yeah, I dim my light, a lot, because I can just feel that past. And I had to disconnect because as much as I love this person, they still see me in that light. They've been caught up and I'm not there. So why would I keep my past around? So, you are really making sound decisions. I know it's so cliche to say, what are we going to take with us into 2020? But that's the real thing. That is a real thing. On a collective level, everybody is preparing and shifting and seeing what they're going to take, whether be it friendships, be it, in love, be it something tangible, something internal, spiritually, like what beliefs are you taking with you and what beliefs are you not taking with you, okay? And you, my love, probably found yourself, found yourself going through these similar things. Keep in mind, this is a timeless video. Whenever this video finds you, this is when it's meant for you to reflect and for you to really process this, okay? You're not crazy. This is a real thing going on. And we've been really, I want to say like bamboozled with situations like that in life for us to really sit back, reflect. Even though whatever you was looking at it felt like it came out of left field, it really didn't. And she goes to say, this purpose is to reveal to you who you truly are now. It shows you the extent of the distance between your current vibration and the old you incarnated with. Okay, we're going to pause there. Now, think about it. Where were you 10 years ago when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your spiritual beliefs, when it comes to your love relationships, when it comes to just the beliefs within yourself? Like, there has a lot that has been hitting you thus far this week. Mind you guys, I am recording it on this beautiful Saturday, December the 21st. However, whenever you see this video, that's when it's meant for you. If you reflect in that week, if you reflect in that time, you will pretty much see that, wow, like a lot has been, I've been going through this. So I know that it feels intense right now. Okay, what's going on? But I promise you, you're not crazy. And I want to go ahead and read this to you guys and finish it because it's something that I want to bring it around. Sorry guys, I lost my place. Please forgive me. Okay, so it says the purpose, okay. Between your current vibration and the old, you incarnated with. Therefore, these are parallel illusions of the experience. You are not actually a part of the chaos at this time. So choose to not get involved. Observe yourself observing it. Know that it is not happening to you, but for you to see and to feel in a new way. So these things that are happening to you, it's not for you to go in, and react like you would like 10 years ago, honey, because I had some situations. I'm like, wow, this is just so foreign to me. What's going on, spirit? And listen, whatever you are seeing, whatever chaos can be shown up in different forms, okay? And the reason why I'm calling it chaos, because you're not in that same mind frame. You're not in that same state. Whatever may be showing up as chaos, it is an illusion. The power of choice. Whatever we were seeing, we had to actually determine, am I going to give into this? Am I going to respond to this? Am I going to, act? in a way that I would have 10 years ago, in a way that, is not current with who I am at this moment. I don't care if you changed 3 days ago. You are a new person. You don't have to act. You don't have to respond in the way you did 3 days ago. That's the thing. Time does not exist. You understand me? It doesn't. She goes to say the light is shining precisely into the last corners where darkness still attempts to hide. I love the way she says that, making it tempting to think things are getting worse, but I promise you guys they're not. Okay, there is a great shift has taken place in you and in your life, mentally, spiritually, and physically. I don't care what you see. I don't care if you feel like, okay, I don't know if I'm coming or going, or why is this all of a sudden been happening, okay? You're having an awakening, a realization. It says, making it tempting to think things are getting worse. It says, yet do not be convinced of this or even doubt within its presence. This transmutation is a mastered act of alchemy, coming into balance. We've been talking about that for the last couple of weeks, or the last month, the last 2 months heavily, okay? Transforming various random elements into the grounds of gold. Substance for internal satisfaction, okay? This is your recreation. Trust the situation. The present moment is your destination, okay? It truly, truly is. And that just like did something to me. And that's like what the energy that we're really closing out on this 21st, okay, with this 12/12 portal. Beautiful stuff. And if you recall in my Gemini full moon reading, I talked about how in the midst of darkness, beautiful things can bloom. So I want you to think about a situation in your life that may not be ideal. I promise you that thing holds so much beauty and so much weight. Do you understand me? Okay? Because with this portal, closing out, with this energy lifting, with this major shift, okay? We can call it the final release, the final reflection. Okay? There has a shift has taken place. And I want to say the final release of what you're not willing to accept in your life anymore. Okay? So when we're reflecting on an energy like that, when we're thinking about what needs to stay and what needs to go, of course, situations and things may come up that shows their ass. Those insecurities may flare up, wondering like, am I doing the right thing? Like, do I have my life together? Like, okay, hold on, but these are times to go within yourself. These are times to get quiet, get still. Okay. Listen, don't act, observe. Because I'm telling you, whatever is in front of you, it's so you can pinpoint, so you can get very clear on what it is that you desire. And these cards came out, guys. Okay, we have the Knight of Arrows, the hawk. And this is what Spirit wants you to do, even after, we're closing out with this great shift that has taken place in your life, as you get ready, okay, to really expose that beautiful heart of yours, open up to the desires of your heart, to really, ground it, whatever it is you're manifesting, whatever it is you're desiring, whether it's inner peace. We talked about some of these things in the last reading that I did. What is meant to happen right now, whatever major shift that has happened in your life, whatever that trigger was, I swear, guys, fun fact, I had a reading of my chart done by the beautiful K Moon, I revert to this reading that she did. And I just remember some of the things that she said would happen, and how, a lot of things, one of my ways while I'm able to really help and work with people, I like usually will go through it first, and then I'll be able to help people out of it. So you can imagine what kind of life that makes, okay? And one of the things that came up for me that I've been observing, and just sitting back and like the hawk, okay? Because this is what the energy we're meant to embody. A hawk flies high, honey. It watches. Observe right now. Sit from your branch. Don't act, but observe. Because when you're observing, okay, when you're reflecting, you're actually processing. One of the things that I even processed, I look at my spiritual belief, my spiritual practice. I'm looking at what that was like a decade ago. Wow, the change is extraordinary. We're meant to really come into the energy of the hawk right now and just sit back, scale back, observe, okay? Plan, get clear on what it is that you want for yourself. Get very clear on what it is that's going with you, that's serving you, and that's not. Be it a person, place, thing, situation, a belief, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whatever is coming up, it's asking for your attention, for you to really look through it, for you to really observe, for you to really examine, for you to really process, okay? Whatever situation is coming up, okay? Because when you do that, there is a great mourning happening. And this is what we're going through, okay? Whatever you're reflecting on, it's done, baby. That's why I said don't believe the illusion. Don't believe the hype. Whether it's in your career, whether it's in your finances, whether it's in your love relationships, like don't feed it. It's for you to sit back and look like what is dead. What needs mourning? What do you need to be like, yeah, love you, but gotta go. Or, you know what? This has not really served me, and I'm no longer taking it with me. I'm no longer bringing it with me. I'm going to I'm going to put down these bones. There's nothing living in it. Okay. So I feel like right now, observe and just mourn it because it's not you. But the thing is, you've never mourned it. You've never acknowledged it. You've never released it. Okay. You kind of just kept it with you, but instead mourn it, acknowledge it, make amends with it. Because when you do that, the more that you do that, the more that you look at these cups, these vessels, the more that you mourn it, the more you throw away confusion. It'll be clarity. Because this cup, the seven of cups usually talks about confusion, having to make a choice. And you have to make a choice to mourn. You have to make a choice to move away from the things that don't, serve you, or just in observing, realizing that there has been massive change. Okay. I know that these emotions are coming, but baby, you have changed. I don't care. 3 days, 2 days, 1 day in. 15 hours. If you made up your mind 2 minutes ago and then you clicked on this video, you changed. Period. Who's telling you you're not? What's telling you you're not? And if it's that thought is time to go. It's time to throw on some affirmations. It's time to say and speak over yourself. It's time to profess with your mouth the change that is in your life. Because you are the creator of your reality. And whatever you speak has to come to pass. And you speak that thing until you see it. Period. Okay? Because when you mourn, when you walk away, look what's coming next. We have the polar star. Okay? And I love this because this card just really embodies the star card or the star energy perfectly, because this person is coming out of a dark time right here. This person right here, but you see the light around them? Listen, whatever may be showing up, don't feed it your attention. Look at your aura. It is merely to remind you of a why or a why not. Okay? why you have to keep going, why it's important to open up, why it's important to live your dreams, why is it important for you to love yourself, know your worth, accept who you are wholeheartedly, okay? Why is it not important to, dabble in places and vibrations that no longer suit you? Why is it important to let that relationship go? Why it's important to, these might not be the best friends, the best group of friends for me. Why it's important to I know that I've done this all of my life, but I want to do something different and I can make that decision. Follow your true north. And this is what you've been doing this whole time with your guides around you, supporting you. You are spiritually protected, whatever you're walking out of, okay? And coming into this bright new way. Maybe you've made amends with the past, You've overcame so much. You did all of that, okay? Spirit wants you to know to keep going. Because you are headed to your true north. You're headed to your destiny. You're headed to your wish fulfillment, even though it might not quite feel like it. Okay? With your surroundings, but your vibration is different. See, that's the thing. First, we have to align with it vibrationally, and then we will see it on the outside. But sometimes we're looking on the outside, like, why isn't it lining up with the vibration? You got to give it time. There's a process. And that's one of the things that this full moon in Gemini really helped us embody in this 12-12 portal, is that the flow of life, that everything has a process, that everything has a way of going and a way of flowing. And it was teaching us how to honor that. So that's the thing that Spirit wants you to know. You are changed. Hear me. Your vibration is glowing. I don't care what you see on the outside. That's your past thinking, past way of being, past things of seeing. But this is you vibrationally, baby. You glowing. Okay? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Okay? And for some, ooh, wow. Because look at this person. I just seen this after these 3 years of having these cards. This person is actually headed. Sorry, guys. Focus. Let me. Okay, there we go. This person is actually headed, into this dark forest, but they're following their true north. Okay, so that's just why I'm feeling that vibration that some of you are coming out of it, but some you may be like entering into a time. But listen, get through it. You're protected. Your vibration. You're on a whole nother level, and you're going to that level that you're at. You're following your true north. Okay. Spirit is guiding you. I know, why the hell am I going? Why are we doing this? This is purposeful. Okay. It's purposeful. So with that being said, my loves, I went ahead, and being that we are all on a sacred journey. Okay. I went ahead and pulled my oracle cards, the Sacred Traveler deck, okay? However, I wanted to pull with us, but these cards fell out, and I'm like, okay, Spirit. So what we're going to do live, we're going to get some clarifiers to just confirm whatever it is Spirit is talking about. Can you please go ahead and confirm the first card, or clarify and give us some more insight of the first card, Spirit, okay? Second card. Okay, let's see what that looks like, okay? Third card. Spirit, and the fourth card, please. I'm going to take these two because they want it to come. Sorry, guys. I'm going to put this back. Okay. And then we're just going to do this. Okay. By the way, I hope that you guys are having a fabulous Saturday. I'm actually going to see my nephew's. He's on the drum line. That's that. He's on the drum line. Whoop. Hold on, guys. This card fell, so I'm gonna put it here. My nephew, he's on the drum line, and he's performing at this big Christmas festivity that they do here in Tampa, and I'm totally going to go see him and support. So, and he just be drumming everywhere, every place. So I'm excited. So let's go ahead and clarify, guys. I'm just going to clarify these cards, okay? I'm going to clarify the last one, Spirit. Make it clear. Okay. Guys, you can definitely, I'm sorry, it's so random, but these are my old cards. Like, you see that, honey? Look at that. Compared to, like, the new deck that I got. Vintage, honey. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start at the beginning to just see what Spirit wants to open with. What Spirit want to open with? Okay. So we have Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. So right now, okay, I feel like stepping into the unknown, but not just the unknown. The desert passage. When you think about a desert, okay, there's nothing but heat, sand, and there's no vision ahead of you. You just see the hand. You see it. You get what I'm saying? So right now in your life, you're being asked to trust, okay? I know that whatever before you or, it might not be ideal. It may feel like it's dry. It may feel like it's unnecessary. But trust there is a divine plan. I want to read this to you. Oh, you know what else, guys? Literally, as I was about to read, this just came over me too. What Spirit wants you to know, okay? I know, with the desert passage, whatever is going on in your life, I know you're like, okay, there's no quite direction, maybe whatever you left behind, you're having to completely start over. This is perfect. I know it might not feel like it, okay? Because it says, trust there's a divine plan, but maybe where you're going, okay? I don't want to get into it, but I want to read this card still, but because we have abundance here. 3, creation, creativity, starting over to me, creating something new, You see these little bamboo leaves right here? They're little leaves, but listen, I feel like wherever you were at, you had to fully get clear. You had to clear the slates. You had to start over because maybe what you're building, the kind of abundance that you're coming into, the kind of abundance within yourself, career, and your relationships, whatever it is, okay, in yourself, you had to start over. You couldn't bring this to whatever, now that is looking like desert. It's looking a little dry. It's looking a little unsure. Okay. Because these other 2 cards, we have the 3 of arrows, jealousy, heartache, the 3 of swords in the traditional tarot deck. And then we have the world tree. Okay. Ending. But it's all about your perspective. Okay. Because what dies, something new can happen. So Spirit is asking you to change your perspective about whatever you feel like, oh my God, it's dry, it's deserted. Spirit is saying, trust there's a divine plan because there truly is. But this had to go. Something had to shift. Remember that final little darkness had to leave, okay? So you can really build on something solid, that foundation, the root chakra, heavy, okay? So you can move away from this. I did an amazing heart activation meditation. It says, desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. Card meaning, even if it seems like life has areas of bareness, beneath the surface, life is transforming, okay? In accordance with your highest good. Trust that you are guided, even if it doesn't always seem like it. There are spiritual guides, okay? Angels and allies surrounding you. Now remember what we've seen right over here, up here. You see your guides, your angels, spirit, your true north, your higher self, all of that. You're being guided. And I know it's scary because you're being guided somewhere sacred. Okay? It says, trust that you are guided, even if it doesn't always seem like it. Listen with your heart. Act on your instincts. Okay, pray I said that word right. Believe that the messages you are being given are in your highest good. Get down to the basics. Trust what you feel. The sacred traveler wants you to know the desert path can seem like a vast wasteland, yet it is in the isolation that insights and intuition can emerge. In times of old, visionaries retreated into the desert to connect more deeply with spirit. If in the past you trusted your instincts and then later it seemed to be a mistake, don't let that keep you from trusting your intuition now. Often those things that we thought were mistakes in the past, in hindsight, were the best things possible for us. As you open to your intuition, you will sense messages from the loving presence of your spirit guides and ancestors. There is a potent plan for you. Trust. Now, maybe in the past, okay, we like to believe that we made wrong decisions. But as we know now, like I said in that full moon in Gemini, nothing just happens. Everything happens for a reason. That heartbreak, I know it's like, what? Oh my God. Whatever you experienced that was devastating, and career change within yourself. One of the things that I was really reflecting in this 12/12 portal was the way of my love relationships, and how I realized that anybody that I have loved, anybody that I have dated, I don't regret them. And when I say that, guys, I mean that wholeheartedly. I know, and you know, you don't heard my stories. Okay, I don't regret them. Even if we went on a date, if we had a serious relationship, and with that realization, with me sitting with that, there was so much healing that happened within myself. Because sometimes, out of sight, out of mind. But what happens with that sometimes is that we can be holding on to stuff and we're quite not even aware of it because we put it out of sight, out of mind. And you're wondering why you keep maybe attracting a certain thing or, coming into situations. And then sometimes, what I had to realize, when you are healed, or when you're healing, because we're always healing, okay? When you're healing, when you are choosing to trust your truth, when you're choosing to be your authentic self, when you're choosing to open your heart, when you're choosing to love. I used to get angry or just like, upset, like when it wasn't like reciprocated. Did I say that word right? Did I put that in the right sentence? Or like it wasn't given back, or like it just wasn't like received. And the truth is, I'm the kind of person that uses everything as a reflection, uses every person, every situation as a tool for me to go deeper. That is very courageous because, again, I'm willing to look at myself and say, Tori, it's not about them. It's about you. And for so long, I've looked at that. And not to say that there's not going to be situations I'm going to look at that, but I realize when love in situations like that, when I bring that mirror back to myself, I don't like, my vibration is beautiful. It's open, it's willing. And, in the midst of me doing that, I realized just how much time and effort I've placed into my healing, into myself, and how I am willing to be my authentic self. I'm willing to wear my heart. I'm willing to, be open and not closed. And I had to realize, well, wow, if that's reflected to a person, that can be intense, Trap Witch made a post. She made a post, honey, and that post sung to me, when you really are about your healing, when you're really about your growth, when you're really to really look yourself in the mirror. And it's not to judge, because everybody will, get there if they decided to do that in this lifetime. Sometimes that can be a little infuriating, or just a little, a lot for people, who hasn't quite gotten there yet. And one of the things I had to realize that no, it's not me. It's me in a sense, but it's not me. It's just that the truths and the depths that I have searched to myself, not everybody has gotten there, and not everybody is ready for that. And when I came into that realization, and I realized, because to be in a relationship with me, he's going to be bold, quite amazing, quite very secure within himself. Because one of the things that I said, and you'll see it in my book, Drop It in 2020, the way that I love, I realized that my love language is, I want to captivate you and set you free at the same time. And even with that saying, that's intense. That's intense, honey. And I had to realize that. And when I came into that conclusion, when I sat with that, I was able to forgive. I was able to, just really check it up and like not even hold no kind of little grudge, listen, it's okay, and you have to understand where you are in life, and the deep and the farther that you go within yourself, and the more that you go into your truths, you have to realize that is courageous as hell. That is you aligning with your destiny. That is you aligning with your truth. And you just have to understand we're all on these journeys. It's just some of us are farther, or some of us are willing, where some may, not choose to go there, to not really look at that truth. Because to look at that truth, oh, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful, but you're going to have to go to some fucking dark places first before you get to that beauty. It's the process of life is what it is. And I have looked at those depths, and I have went into that, you know what I'm saying? And into those shadows and into those places, and looked at those insecurities, and looked at, all that stuff down there. Okay. And, really had to shine light on that. And when I came into that realization, I realized that, that resentment, or that was pointless. To feel any kind of way is pointless, and it just really it made me realize just how connected I am with myself, and just how I am with me. And I love to throw me out there, guys, because I feel like I would never tell you guys to do something that I'm not doing, that I feel like hasn't brought me tremendous change in my life. And I'm a Sagittarius at heart. I'll try anything once, twice, you know what I'm saying, to see what's working. I don't need all the facts. If I'm going to do it, if it feel good, I'm going to do it. If I like it, I'm going to keep it. If I don't, I'm going to move away from it. So, this is a great time to reflect. So even in the midst of that, one of the things that I was able to realize that, and look at that. So that was beauty in itself. But I had to go into a place of isolation, or a place of something didn't quite, go like the way that I thought it would go, to really realize that in that midst, in that isolation, in that desert moment, in that dry season, so much abundance came out of it when you are able to walk away from the sorrows of your heart, okay, or the jealousy of the betrayal, whatever the pain is in this 3 of Arrows situation. You're able to switch your perspective from lack and come into fullness, okay? So that's something that happened, which was quite amazing, okay? So also, what does that do when you do that? What is that when you drop the burdens of your heart? It opens you up for traveling lightly. Simplify your life. This is what you're doing right now. Okay, on the wake of us coming into 2020, the countdown has begun, honey. You are traveling lightly, simplifying your life, releasing, drop that shit off at that garbage can. We ain't bringing it. Okay, this way, but before we head this way, we gotta stop at the garbage. And I feel like that's what everybody was doing, okay? To leave that struggle behind, honey. Because whatever you were trying to, look at this fish. Instead of just going with the flow, trying to go upstream. That's not the normal flow of life. That's just not the way it is. A fish, can you imagine how those waves hitting it trying to go? Okay? Whatever you had to do would have you being like this, a struggle, where in your sacred trip, in your sacred life, in this new beginning that you're in. So this is why you had to drop that behind. This is why you had to let that go. Whatever that was, that persona about your career, that persona about your life, that persona about love, whatever, that persona about yourself, okay? Because this is who you truly are, the Queen of Bows, the hair. Honey, you are a thriver, not just a survivor, honey. You are a thriver. You're putting those dark nights behind you and coming into the dawn. It's what's going on. Okay? And what does that open you up for? Transformation. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. And clarifying that, oh my God, discernment, okay? Transformation. You had to go through that discernment to reveal whatever these insecurities are that you needed to drop. You needed to let go to transform these insecurities, okay? This awareness had to be made. And this stillness, sitting on this branch, just like the hawk right here. Sitting, getting still, bird, wisdom, okay? Gaining wisdom, gaining the steps, what's needed, what needs to stay, what needs to go to keep, to move you from these insecurities, to really, help this transformation, your transformation thrive. Because this is what's transforming those insecurities. Okay? Letting that stuff go, honey. Ending that cycle. And what does that open you up to? The gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. Home, the 10 of Pentacles. Are you fucking kidding me? Growth. 5 of Vessels, ecstasy. Now y'all see me. Yes, these cards were laid down, but somebody needs to know spirit don't play and spirit don't lie. And I need you to know you better keep going. You understand me? Y'all, you see me shuffle these cards. Look how it came out, honey. Home, growth, the 5 of Cups in this deck, ecstasy. So I know right now it might not be ideal. It might not feel ideal. You might not be right sure of what's going on and why is this kind of unfolding the way that it is, baby. But I promise you, look at this. Home. This is like the 10 of Cups fulfillment. Home. This is everything. The sun. Fulfillment. Okay? Growth, expansion. And right here, the 5 of Vessels, ecstasy. This is what's going on. This is what is happening. I want to read that home card to you. I want to read the home card. Let's read this home. Okay. And the gates of triumph. I want to read that too. Okay, so we're going to start with home, okay? So it says, this card represents a homecoming of the soul, of finding your tribe, of coming home. The situation you are inquiring about has the potential to be a homecoming, a safe and secure place that both nourishes you and facilitates your growth, whether it be a school, a relationship, a job, or truly a home. All of it. It says go for it. All paths lead home. Home doesn't have to be where you grew up. Family doesn't always mean the people of your birth family, okay? Look at an expanded meaning. Family are people who share the same core values and path, okay? Home can mean a place you have yet to visit or experience, but once there, it feeds your soul in a way that gives you no doubt that you are home. Okay? This is going to help you find your safe place. This is where the answers you seek will be found. Okay? And then we have gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. Card meaning, the gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, your belief, okay? And even more, victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. Also, in this time, it says, this is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. There are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. So listen, my loves, my love muffins, my love enchiladas, my love babies, my baby loves, all those good names and good vibes. Listen, the chaos or whatever you may be identifying as a desert moment is an illusion. It's meant for you to reflect, okay, in this time leading up to 2020. Observe, reflect. Take inventory. Use the spirit of discernment to look at what needs to go and what needs to be released. Okay? I love you guys so freaking much. It is such an honor to read for the beautiful soul that is watching this video. Let's just light up the comments with all positivity. Listen, or even if you need to release, I am going to hold a space. Let it go. You understand me? Because baby, you are victorious. Open up that heart, open up that soul, open up your spirit, open up your mind where change can take root, okay? I love you guys so freaking much. Have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy your beautiful Saturday. I will, and I will catch you guys on my channel. Take care.
Follow, she blazing.